Hello, all. I am Tara. I'm a spiritual teacher and coach. I've had my certification since 2010, so a long time. And I'm also an intuitive reader. But today I wanted to give you 7 steps to really kind of feel calmer when the world is in upheaval. From all of the different astrologers I listen to, from all of the different readers I watch, for my own intuition that I'm picking up is we are going into a period of time for the next several months that is going to be bumpy. It is going to be rocky in ways that we can't even anticipate or fully know now. But what we can do now is give you different ways to help find your calm when it's really, really important. So here are 7 steps that can help you kind of just calm down a little bit from all the upheaval in the entire world that we are starting to kind of experience in little pockets, and it's probably going to grow in energy over the next few months. So first, number 1, acknowledge your feelings. We so often, especially in American culture, we want to be like, oh, yep, we're fine. Yep, it's fine. And we don't even acknowledge them to ourselves. We definitely, even for ourselves, we're like, oh no, we've got this, we're fine. Whatever you're feeling, whatever is coming up, even if you just acknowledge it to yourself, it helps because you're not trying to swallow it. You're trying to say, yes, this is where it is right now. This is what I'm feeling. This is my emotions. You can journal if you are a journaler, but even if you're not, even if you just say it to yourself when you're looking at the mirror, or even when you're working, just acknowledge it to yourself. Even if you acknowledge it to others, that's great. But make sure you are connecting with how you are feeling, what your emotions are during any time of upheaval. And now this is really for upheaval that is more likely to indirectly impact you than being in the middle of a direct impact. Just wanted to clarify that. All right. Number 2, limit your news consumption, limit your social media consumption, take frequent breaks. I know there are times, and even I will say, turn off the news, turn off any of the social media, any of that stuff. When things are breaking news, when it is just happening, that's really hard to completely disengage because you do want to know what's going on, especially as things are kind of rapidly unfolding. So instead of completely taking a break, and if you can, great, but if you can't, take small little breaks. Maybe you're watching the news for like a half hour and then you take like a 10-minute break. You go get a snack out of the kitchen and you leave your phone where it was, or you do something to kind of break up that routine of just constantly watching, constantly doom scrolling, because when stuff breaks, everybody has an opinion and everybody's going to kind of like shove and their opinion, their spin on stuff for you. So again, limit the news as much as you can and take frequent breaks from it. Number 3, take 3 deep breaths. Let's do them together. 3 takes it has a way different energy than if you just take 1. So go ahead, slowly inhale and slowly exhale. Good. Take another breath and slowly exhale. Take a final deep breath. And slowly exhale. Good. The next thing that you can do after taking a few breaths is place your hands on your heart center, not your heart, but you could if you wanted, but your heart center, and really envision yourself being surrounded by beautiful, healing, supportive gold light. And sit with your hands here for as long as you feel like it's beneficial. And the more that you do it, the longer you can do it for. But just feel like you're surrounding yourself in this beautiful, beautiful gold bubble. And allowing things just to kind of bounce off that bubble that aren't serving you. And when you're feeling like you've completed that for however long you've done it, there are times that I will do this multiple times a day for my own self. So it is a great little exercise that you can do really quickly. But when you're done, always just kind of take another deep breath and slowly release, which actually was number 5. Number 6 is be gentle with yourself. You are not probably going to be as productive, as on point as you would be if things were just normal and there wasn't all this upheaval. It might take longer to do tasks. You might feel really tired. You might feel really kind of cloudy or in shock or in a fog. And those are all okay. But be gentle with yourself. This isn't the time to try to push through that, because it's, unless you're like where it's directly impacting you and you have to. But if you're just getting it with like collective energy, let yourself just kind of have a few moments, a few hours, whatever it is, to kind of recenter, reground yourself. Which actually then leads to number 7. Number 7 is do a normal task. Preferably a household task. Now, I know you might be like, what? I hate doing housework. But housework is something you don't usually have to think about. You've done it for a long time, and it helps ground you. It helps bring you back to your center. This is a great time to take that break from the news and do the dishes, cook dinner, maybe put music on instead, do a load of laundry, vacuum, take the dog for a walk. Do something that's in your normal routine. That will help you find more calm in times of upheaval, because that is something that you can control. When we are collectively in an upheaval, it doesn't feel like you have a lot of control. And so instead of trying to take that control out on your kids or your pets or a spouse or a partner or your workmates, find those things like housework that you can control. That is going to make it easier for you. And that is your 7 steps. But always, as an extra added bonus, give yourself a hug. this is weird, kind of wonky times when anything is in a collective upheaval. And the more you get into doing this simple thing of even just acknowledging yourself and giving yourself a hug will help you feel calmer. Now, if you haven't done self-hugs before, it is going to feel weird to start. But there is research that does show the more you receive hugs, even self-hugs, does help start to lower your cortisol, which is a stress-inducing hormone. And when things are in upheaval, we tend to be way more stressed. So there are some ways for you to kind of find some calm. Please let me know in comments how you also are finding calm during times of upheaval, or what your steps are, what your processes are. All right. Bye for now.